Good day, everyone. In this section, I would like to describe about how to formulate the research problems. So in the last meeting, I have explained you how to create the background of a research proposal. So in this time, we go on to form, to design, to create, prepare the research problems. The research problems here are very important to determine what kind of research method that we are going to use to solve those research problems. Okay, so research methods. There are three commonly research methods used in the research studies. First one is quantitative, second qualitative, and the last is the combination of both, or mix, or what is called mixed method. The combination between qualitative and quantitative data collection. So here I just want to focus on the quantitative research. There are many kinds of quantitative research design. I will discuss one by one. So quantitative research practically is classified into two major designs. First one is non-experimental research, and the second one is experimental research. We focus here on non-experimental research, that is survey studies. Survey actually can be done qualitatively, but here I want to focus on survey studies, which is intended to collect quantitative data. Okay, so survey here means to explore the opinion of many respondents from many contexts. Okay, so this is the example of the research problem that you can formulate to have surveys. So here, what are students' responses on the use of Google Classroom in learning English? From this research problem, you can see that the statistical that will be employed to analyze the data is descriptive statistics analysis. So somehow survey study is called descriptive studies. Survey studies needs much more participants. So some experts say that it needs at least 100 participants to take more information on the criteria which is already established in the questionnaire. Since quantitative survey study needs restricted close response items. So questionnaire is appropriate to measure this kind of research problem which is needed to answer in survey study. Next, qualitative research, which focus on experimental studies. Here, I just want to focus on a simple experimental study which involve one independent variable and one dependent variable. For example, here the research problem, you can see what is the effectiveness of using mobile learning on developing 11th grade's English grammar. Here you can see that there is one independent variable, named the implementation of mobile learning, in teaching grammar, of course. And one dependent variable, that is the student's English grammar. Okay. Next, still experimental studies, but here the independent variable are more than one. Is more than one. There is more than one independent variable. And there is one dependent variable. You can see here the example. How is the effectiveness of sources of feedback? Teacher, peer, and the combination of both of them towards students' writing ability. So here you can see there are three independent variables. There are the implementation of teacher feedback, the implementation of peer feedback, and the implementation of the combination of teacher and peer feedback. Three independent variables mean three treatments, to three research groups or experimental groups. And one dependent variable here refers to the student's writing ability. Okay? So previously, I just want to emphasize here that when we focus on the experimental study, which only want to focus on one independent variable and one dependent variable, usually the data will be analyzed by using t-test. Okay? And here, if there is more than one independent variable and one dependent variable, usually the statistical analysis that will be employed is one-way ANOVA. Okay, next, it's much more complicated, but not really complicated. So still experimental studies, but it involves three kinds of variables: independent variables, dependent variables, and intervene variables. There are three research questions that can be formulated. First, how is the effectiveness of the implementation of writing feedback techniques toward students' writing ability? And the second one is, how is the effect of students' writing anxiety toward students' writing ability? And then the third, how is the interaction of writing feedback techniques and students' writing anxiety with students' writing ability? So here, what I can say is that the independent variable is the feedback techniques which will be implemented in the groups of students, experimental groups of students. Dependent variable is students' writing ability. Intervene variable is students' writing anxiety. Okay, the next quantitative research is correlational study. Okay, there is two different kinds of correlational study. Bivariate correlation means here that there is two different variables which are being correlated. For example, here, how is the correlation between listening strategies and listening comprehension? And we need also to find out, how do the listening strategies influence listening comprehension? So there are two common research problems which can be formulated, related to the studies which need variate correlation analysis. Okay, the next is, oh sorry. Okay, next is multivariate correlation. So here in multivariate correlation means there are more than two variables which are correlated. Here, for example, there are three variables that will be correlated. First, how is the correlation between students' language awareness and their TOEFL listening skills? And then how is the correlation between students' learning styles and their TOEFL listening skill? And then the third one is how is the correlation between students' language awareness and listening styles toward their TOEFL listening skill? And we need also to find out how do students' language awareness and learning styles influence their TOEFL listening skills. So here there are three variables that are being correlated. They are students' language awareness, students' learning styles, and students' TOEFL listening skills. Okay, actually there are other quantitative studies which need multivariate statistical analysis, but here I just want to limit the quantitative studies which doesn't need such kind of multivariate statistical analysis. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Good luck for you. See you everyone on the next lecture.